Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Morphy Richards 300274 steam iron, and what I want to do is to show you around the product and to show you some of the features and benefits that this offers. So let's have a look. So when you're looking to purchase an iron, there's so many different factors to look out for. The first thing is the weight. For a lot of people, the weight can be a very important factor, to an extent sometimes more than the performance. And on this one it's 1.2 kilograms, which if you compare it to other irons, then it is actually very lightweight. And I must say, with the handle design, it does fit so quite nicely in your hand. Also the cable, this is 1.9 meters long, and again, for some people the cable length is important, because what you can find is if you've got your ironing board in a certain position and a plug in a certain position, then you need your length of cable a certain length. But for the majority of people, the performance is probably the most important factor. And this is a 2400 watt iron, and the main advantage of having high wattage like that is that it will heat up very quickly, and it will help to maintain the heat as well. So a couple of other little features just before I plug it in. The first one is this. So I know it's only a minor feature, but what you've got, this is the main cord coming into the iron, and it has like a ball and socket joint. And really the main advantage is when you're moving the iron around, it just makes it so much easier to move. I have used an iron before where it's solid into there. It doesn't adjust like this does, and it's so much more difficult to move. So it's just little features like that can make the difference when you're ironing. The other thing is a safety feature, and on this one you've got something called auto shut off. And if the iron is horizontal for 1 minute, then it will turn it off, or if it's vertical for 8 minutes, then again it will shut it off. Clearly, if it is like that, and if you got it on a shirt or something, then after a minute, then it's not going to look very healthy. But it's just a safety feature that Morphy Richards have given us on this iron, which is very useful. So on this model you have got a dry iron facility, and for that basically you just don't put any water in and just use it as a dry iron. But for the majority of people, you would want to use it as a steam iron. And on this model you have got a 350 milliliter water tank. So for this price, then that's actually a really good size. And the main advantage of having a bigger water tank is it means you're needing to fill it less, especially if you've got a big pile of iron in. And to fill it, all you need to do is lift the flap at the front, and what you do is you get your water container and you just put it in like that. And I'll just put some in for now. And it does have something called a drip stop system, and what that does, it's just in there, and it just provides a seal so that when you are moving the iron around, then it just stops the water coming out. Now what you will notice is that there isn't actually a gauge as such on this iron. You have got the water levels just here, and clearly being black it's not the easiest to see, but hopefully you can just see the level from there. But at the top here you have got a maximum line, and that just enables you to, well, just make sure that you stick under the max, because if not then you might overflow from the spout. So now I've plugged it in, you will notice that you have got a little light just at the back of the handle here, and that just really means it's heating up. So now that I've plugged it in, you have got the temperature selector. So that's really it's probably not that easy to see on here. I'll try and bring it in a little bit. So really depending on the fabric that you're ironing, whether it's say the silk or nylon, wool, cotton or linen, right around at the higher temperature. And what you'll find is that you've got the little indicator at the top here, that's where you're working to. And on these then you've got the steam option as well. And talking about the steam, you've got the variable steam at the top, so that's really at the front of the iron, and you have got the extra burst of steam. So if you've got a really awkward crease, then just press that button that works really well. And you've also got the little spray of water. Just see if I can show you that. Yeah, getting everything nice and wet. So that works really well. And again, if you've got a nasty little crease in a pair of jeans or shirt, then between those two options you should be able to get those out. So one of the last features to mention on this iron is the self-clean mode, and it's really a process of first of all you turn the iron off, and then you kick this all the way over, and then you turn it on, and you leave it like that, so clearly do it near a sink. But what this will do is it will keep the jets in here nice and clean, stops anything clogging up. Because what you will find is that although this is an easy glide base, it's always important to keep the sole plate clean and to keep the holes clean as well, really to get the best performance out of the iron. Now I don't think I mentioned the grams of steam, but for the variable steam, that's the constant steam, it's between 0 and 45 grams, and the extra burst of steam is up to 120 grams of steam. Now I don't think I mentioned those figures earlier, but that can be quite an important factor when you're looking at buying an iron. Now I was thinking of ironing my shirt as a demonstration, but I wouldn't want to scare you off watching the video, so I didn't bother. But if you are thinking of purchasing one of these irons, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, leave any comments below, and I do always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, what you thought about the video, or even whether you've got one of these irons and what you think about it. But really, I'd appreciate it if you click subscribe. Thanks for watching.